And that's what schools have to do all the time. The fact that they have to do that and push 1 million kids out the door each year. Welcome back. Before we get started on the main content here, I want to show you something that happened after we concluded most of the filming for this video. This is the biggest employer in my county. As you can see, it's on fire. It's a pretty brutal fire. The day this happened, they said they'd come back. And it didn't all burn. And they got some machines up and running again. It's not looking good. As I said, this is the main employer, the biggest employer in our county. The schools may employ more. You have to have a college degree for most of those jobs. This place stamps out parts for vehicles, car axles, tractor parts, other automotive things. Several other of the employers in my county and right nearby are part of the long-established automotive business that came out of Detroit and Cleveland. A lot of people here used to work in the steel mills along the Ohio River towards Pittsburgh. Most of those have closed at this point. One of them is in the process of coming back. We're still waiting to see on that. It's not in this county. It doesn't work. And it's not a recipe for transforming high school. The reason I took some of your busy time to show you those clips from my community is to impress upon you the point that this country is so much bigger and so much more diverse and so much more vast than nearly anyone can imagine. Not only are we culturally and geographically diverse, but the sources of domain knowledge that we have to choose from as we instruct our young people are so much more immense than they were just a decade or two ago. It's hard enough in a typical 12 to 1,500 student school. But what about tiny schools like this one? Or the giant 5,000 to 6,000 student schools in our cities and even some of our suburbs? So this is Design Lab High School in the center of the old industrial district of Cleveland. The school was created by a gentleman you would know, one of the first voices you'd hear if you got into the Science of Reading app. You would hear a couple of his stories and find his blog and meet a couple of the challenging students that he works with here. Like so many urban schools, the outside recreation area isn't much. When I ask a lot of the Sir Ken type people, the XQ America school redesigners, about American cities, and in fact the 30,000 schools everywhere across the land, but especially the ones that don't have the high intensity teaching staff that some of the model schools get, and that do have a lot of other issues. One of the first places they mention is this school, and the principal was telling them about it. It's a special place, to be sure, but it's also a place that, again, didn't quite work out as they'd hoped. The idea of building your own curriculum, designing your own school from scratch while you were doing it, was a lot tougher than they thought it could be. So this is East Tech High School number of blocks from the Design High School we looked at. And this is the closest you'll find to a sort of regular comprehensive high school, the kind that you generally think of with a larger body of students. It's adjacent to one of Cleveland's older community housing facilities. It stretches for quite a while. There's more behind me. Many of the kids that go to Design High live in places like this. If you look at East Tech's website, the homepage right at the top, it says, we offer a wide variety of wraparound services, including dental, health, etc. A little bit down that paragraph it says, we use the Springboard curriculum, which is a product of the College Board. And then if you go to their academics page, it lists a culinary program. Not a whole lot else. There's not a lot of choice there.